Rachel Barrera.
And I'm Terri Booser.
And this is Sugar and Spice. So we're going to give you a small tour. This is our main workspace. So in the year 2017, Terri and I partnered our businesses. We each had separate businesses making draperies, and we had such a good time working together that we decided we wanted to partner. So in order to do that, we had to relocate, and me and my husband purchased this house and renovated the whole top level to create the right size workroom for me and Terri.
We were 75 miles apart before this, so we were traveling back and forth to work together, and that just was no good.
It was cool sleepovers, but it got hard.
It got hard. So they did renovate this beautiful space, and I've had 4 workrooms, and this is my absolute favorite. So, because we got everything right, I had practice.
Yeah.
So we have yet to find one thing that we would do differently.
Super happy.
We're super happy. So one of our favorite things is the fact that we cut everything together, and we're going to show you how to do that.
We need to pull this out.
Yeah, let's pull it out a little bit. All our tables are on wheels. We're going to show you how we configure those a little later. Funny? It's very fast and efficient cutting when you can do it with a pair.
Yeah, and it helps that I'm left-handed and Terry's right-handed.
Yes, yes.
So we each have our own side of the table.
It does work out amazing. Sometimes we get it mixed up. We're like, switch wheels. We're cutting on the wrong side.
So we're always cutting on our easy side. We never have to do the hard side. Wow. So that's cool. When you're working in twos, it's more than twice as fast. We use these carts and tables when we've got something ready to be pleated or blind hemmed. We just simply shift it off the table onto this table and then roll it over to the blind hemmer or to the straight stitcher and finish the sewing like that.
We had our workroom configured the other way, where the traditional, I feel is the traditional way, where the machines were opposite and we had a table across the entire wall.
On the wall, and the strings were all on this side that we kept unthreading everything when we're dragging our panels over. And we visited a workroom here in Houston, one of the HACTA members, and she had these little tables and her threads against the wall. And we were like, that's genius.
We have to do it.
We have to do it. The other thing this table does is it butts up to our table to give us just a little more length. Because we cut our main tables down to 11 feet instead of 12 because Terri and I are short. And when we do our 2-story panels, we always have this extra 3 feet at the end for, the regular height, and neither of us can reach that end. So we eliminated a foot off of each table so it'd be more spaced evenly on a 2-story panel, which we'll show you how the tables get into that configuration in just a little bit.
Right, and our 11-foot works out perfect because we are usually doing 10-foot draperies.
Yeah.
So we still have that extra length for the tabling. So they work out perfect for us.
So we bought this cart, and we had Jeff cut the metal poles to the same height as the table legs so we could easily put this top on. And then he used 2x4s with a hole here that the post would fit in. great part of it is it fits directly in between our sewing machines if you want to get really close, like when you're blind hemming, or it fits directly over the sewing machine table, so you can get it in the right position if you're trying to just use the top of the panel or the foot of the panel.
Yeah, I generally, like,
Yeah.
I call this my little playpen, my sewing playpen.
This is where I put her when she's in timeout.
Yes. So I'll be sewing along here, and then all my long length weight is taken off the table.
The other great thing is you're not lifting this panel. Once it's here, you don't have to lift it again.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I generally do the blind hemming on our panels. Rachel does the pleating and the tacking. So when I'm done, I just
She sends it down here to
I
me,
send it down
to these other machines, and that's our method of doing it to get the most efficiency out of it. We try to always do the same thing. So she always does the blind hemming and I always do the pleating, because that makes you get better at that one item, and that's efficient.
Can you explain the pinkness?
Pink. Then that was blue.
Well, it's organza that changes color.
Oh my gosh.
We always cover them with this pink and blue organza.
And when it's just the sticky canvas, you're always having to do a lot of tugging, and the sheer, it just kind of slides over. And then when I started working over at Terri's big workroom, it was like we're always so far away from each other that with the sheer on the table, it's just you can pass things a little, things just move easier with the sheer on the table.
It also is an extra layer of protection. We pay, money for the gridded canvas because it's more efficient to use.
Yes.
But the organza will pick up all the
glue.
residue.
You can see the glue.
And when that gets too bad, we can take the organza off. The canvas is still clean, and we'll just put a new layer of the organza down.
This is what we use when you get pulls, or, this isn't necessarily from scissors. This is probably from a cornice edge with staples sliding across here and opening this up. But they sell this stuff, everywhere. We just happened to find some in Hobby Lobby that was pink
And shiny.
and shiny. So, we would just cut this to the right shape and, iron it on to save the organza. And it lasts a while. I mean, if you look at our other tables, there's typical places that this happens, and smaller, thin stuff is more ideal because it doesn't leave any halos when you iron over it.
This is a completed panel, but we want to show you how we take it from machine to machine. So on the table. Blind hem here. Then I would roll it to Rachel, because she does the pleats on it. This side tends to be my side, and that tends to be her side. We intermingle once in a while, but these were our independent machines when we joined, so we just get used to what you're used to. She would be doing, and then she would start the tacking. So once we're done with the tacking and the pleating, we would bring it back over to the table to fan fold. Fan fold, I'm always on the bottom, Rachel's always on the top.
Like we said, we try to do the same things over and over when we work together, so we get more efficient at that portion than trying to relearn every time who's doing what.
And rewind if we have to do the other person's job.
Yes.
We try to do the bands in a bow because we have a diva of an installer who doesn't like to unknot things.
Sometimes we still put a knot in every one once in a while.
Just to get his goat.
Just to keep him going. All right. Ready to go.
Over to the rack it goes till install.
Yeah.
We got this as a Christmas gift to ourselves.
Yeah.
I spray painted them, but S&S stands for sugar and spice, of course.
Or we figured out just a few minutes ago, it stands for
Short.
shorter and shortest.
I mean, this is the only relationship that I get to be the tall one. She says, come on, you got the long legs, you do it. I'm like, really?
You can reach it.
Okay, taking to the office.
Okay, off of the main workroom, we have an office where me and Terri do all of our bidding and office work. And we each have a side, just like
This is my side.
just like a work table. And this is my side. And we also use 2 whiteboards for quick at a glance stuff. We keep our calendar on the computer as well, but this helps us set out, you know, what days we're working on what. We try to keep 2 months going at a time. Right now I need to erase the January and put the March up here. And then, you know, as you fill in February, it just, the months will flip as whichever one you're erasing. The other thing we like to do, in addition to keeping, these are all of our work orders right here. Everyone gets a folder, and, you know, we keep everything for that work order together. But in addition, I like to keep track of it over here as far as what jobs we're doing, what the labor profit is, supply profit, cost of the install, which if the fabrics have been ordered, the supplies have been ordered, if we're collecting sales tax, you know, so we can keep a tally of that somewhere, and then how long it will basically take us, how many days, and then when that project is due. So we have one here that's due this Friday. Lovely Avondale. So we're, you know, trying to push that out, and then once that project is done, I will erase it, and we'll, you know, add that they're not in an order. You can't, you know, you're constantly erasing if you try to keep this board in an order. You keep, you know, other things in order. So, you know, this job on number 3 may be not the first pressing job, but it's on the board so we can see how much workload we have to juggle. One more room, and that's
This is my favorite.
our lovely storage room.
This is the storage room. This sold me on the space, not, you know, she had already bought the house. But this convinced me it's going to work because we don't have to have anything under our tables other than the fabric we are working on. All of our supplies are back here on the racks and in the bins. We have another 2 racks back here with the leftover fabrics that we want to keep and can't part with. Right here you're seeing 2 tables that we had just set up for artisan. Right now what's on top of them is all the artisan project that we will transport to Vision in a month. So this is all what everybody worked on.
So this typically won't be here.
Right. Right.
The fact that the storage stuff is not like in our visual really changes your workflow on, you know, there's not all this extra stuff hanging around in my eyes all the time. All I'm seeing is the fabric, the tables, and the machines.
She cleans up faster than you can use it, just FYI.
Terri has this like amazing skill set of superpowers is what I call it. And then I have an amazing skill set of superpowers.
But they're not the
However,
same.
they don't overlap very much. So when we take each of our best skills and we put them together, you know, it's everything. Yep. I try to let her take the lead on the things she's really great at and, you know, is stronger at than I am. And then she lets me do what I'm stronger at.
Personally, for myself, Rachel motivates me. I can get down, and it's like there's nothing to motivate you to go to work. I mean, yes, the paycheck's there, but it's still, you know, she's counting on me, I'm counting on her, so
It keeps us accountable.
Right. Okay.
All right, this is our one whip. And we're gonna move to 2